Hello and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It's time to start the missions. I've decided that the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to go in order from left to right, so we're going to start over here with City Escape, and we're going to go on to mission number 2. Collect 100 rings. The missions will always be the same in each stage. Mission number 1 is complete the stage. Mission number 2 is get 100 rings, and then we'll talk about the other missions as they come up. Trying to focus a little bit on here because these rings can be kind of easy to miss. For your collect 100 rings missions, your A rank is going to be determined purely by time. Points do not matter. The City Escape tends to go pretty quickly, but if you miss too many of these rings, it can be a little tough to get an A rank. Just like before, I'm not going for all A ranks because I'm going to drive myself absolutely insane if I do. So I'm just going to do my best to, get the best rank that I can and not worry about it too much. Mr. in here. There's rings up. Oop. There's rings up here, I said. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get an A rank on this. That's okay, though. Ugh. My plan is to show as many of these missions in succession as I can. The 100 rings missions in particular tend to go really, really quickly, so I'm hoping to get this finished up in 2, maybe 3 parts. And then we can move on to mission number 3, which I think is a lot more interesting. See, there we go. A little bit over a minute for that one. I'm guessing that's probably a B rank. Oh no, it's still an A rank. I find that the 100 rings missions can be a little bit more lenient for their time requirements. I don't tend to have trouble with them. But there we go, emblem number 35, which means we officially have more than what is required to beat the story.
Is this the stage?
Alright, moving on, Radical Highway. My favorite stage. Starting out with a Sonic stage and then a Shadow stage. Okay. I might as well start pointing out some of the shared stages. So City Escape is its own thing. The Dark Story doesn't actually get a City Escape equivalent. But Shadow gets Radical Highway, and Radical Highway is the same as Mission Streets. Let's get these. Okay, we're almost halfway there. Obviously, if you're doing something like this, you don't want to get hit, but you don't have to worry. You cannot lock yourself out of getting this emblem. If you make it to the end of a stage and you don't have 100 rings, the goal ring has actually been replaced with a back ring. So you just go back to the beginning and you can try it again. Definitely made lots of use of that when I was a kid. And checkpoints, rings that you get from checkpoints absolutely count towards your total. Oops, not gonna let that happen. So definitely get as many checkpoints as you can. This is not going fantastically. Let's see if we can speed things up a little bit. I believe that we should get our emblem as we go across this gap here. Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
It can be fun to come into these stages and get like a little bit of a snippet. A lot of people use these stages if they're trying to get something specific out of the Chao Garden. They're trying to like refresh the black market. Unfortunately, because of the way the memory card's set up, that's not going to work for me because the Chao Garden is actually a separate file on the memory card. We're going to do these later because they're prone to crashing. But because of that, when I'm playing the game, the emulator is actually not counting down time in the Chao Garden. So if I want to wait for some specific items, which I'm going to have to do at some point for the Chao break. You know what? We're actually going to do all the shooting stages later because they need different settings. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit. But yeah, because of the way the memory card settings work, if I need to wait for something to spawn in the black market, I actually need to be sitting in the Chao Garden to make it happen, which is unfortunate. Okay, the treasure hunting stages are very different in the second mission. Normally you can like dig around the walls and the floor and stuff and get ring boxes, but you can't do that in this one. You're limited only to what is around. I'm not super familiar with Aquatic Mine, if we're being honest. I don't really know where the rings are. I doubt I'm going to get an A rank on this just because I don't know where anything is, but we'll see what we can do. It's the same with all the treasure hunting stages, really. I tend to play them either very quickly or just sort of like messing around. So I'm not always looking out for like the rings that are already in the stages. I know where some of them are for the Angel Island ones just because I use those stages to grind for rings sometimes. but this is not exactly home turf for me. No, let go of that. But, I mean, there have to be rings around somewhere. This is possible in every stage. I guarantee you there's going to be a bunch of them in the Ghost Room. Like, probably most of them. Which means I'm going to have to be careful because I don't want to get hit. Okay, let's get you out of here. Let's get you out of here. There's not as many rings as I expected. I thought there were going to be some... Oh, yeah, here we go. That helps. Yeah, this is... Don't try to use this as a walkthrough. This is not going to get you an A rank. I don't even want to mess around with that. I know there's some rings in the area where you got the air necklace. I know there's some ring boxes in there. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to get us the rest of what we need, but it is a good place to look, so let's just go down there right now. There should be some rings at the bottom. There should definitely be some in the little corridors. What? No, stop that. Okay. I know there's some in here. It'd be nice if the rest of them were in here, but I don't know if there's that many. There's some. There's some more. There's the boxes. Let's see. Was that another one that I saw? No, I guess not. Are there more? Yeah, there's more here. I don't think this is quite gonna get us everything. That was a box. I saw a box. I know there's an extra life up here. Aha! That's it. Not the best time, probably gonna be a B or a C, but that's fine. With Omochao just creepily staring at us in the background. Alright, C rank. If I were to try for it again, I'd know where the rings are, but I don't really care. Okay.
Is this the stage you would like to go to?
Oh, no, whoops. Misclick. We don't want to be in here, we want to be in the second mission. Sorry, Shadow. As much as I love this stage.
Is this the stage you would like to go to?
Also, it's worth noting that if a stage has a timer, it doesn't have a timer here. So it doesn't really matter for White Jungle, the timer is basically irrelevant. But for something like, say, Security Hall, if you ever want to just sort of learn the lay of the land, you definitely want to do it in either the second mission or the third mission, because they remove the time limits for those. So you can see in the corner there's no 10-minute counter. Alright. Okay, sorry, I'm like, it's a habit to try to go for points, but I really shouldn't do that because that's not what I'm getting graded on here. I'm getting graded on time. Are there rings here? Yes. This is where actually knowing the layout of the stages is very helpful and kind of necessary. But unfortunately, I don't really know the layouts all that well. I know, ironically, the stages that I know the best are the treasure hunting stages. The speed stages, I don't really know where a lot of the secrets are. Same with some of the shooter stages. I know where a lot of stuff is in Sand Ocean specifically, but other than that, I don't know all that much about where stuff is hidden in Eggman and Tales of Stages. Except Prison Lane, but, you know, that's special. Alright, we're almost there. Yes, okay, only 10 more. That should be easy enough. There's probably a ring box somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah, this should do it. Or maybe not. Oh, let's not get hit here. That should do it.
Here we go.
Okay. Easy. We're cruising. We're cruising. Easy A ranks. It's an excuse to go back into the stages and hear the songs again. If you ever just want to really up your emblem count, because the emblem count does affect stuff in the Chao Garden, this is a really good way to do it, is just going through and getting all the second missions, the 100 ring emblems. Right, and once again, there's no timer. We're just going to go through here and get a bunch of rings, and not get hit. Which could actually be a bigger problem here than in some other stages. I tend to get ambushed by some of these enemies, which is sad because I know that they're coming, but that doesn't necessarily mean I can avoid them. Yeah, I guess that rail doesn't matter. Again, the rails are good for points, but we don't need points. One of these days I am going to investigate what's down there in that bottom platform. Come on. Let's trying to get away from these guys. I'm willing to bet there's a Chowkey down there. That's typically what's in an area. If there's like a hidden, sectioned off area like that, that's typically what's there. A Chowkey. Or a life. But usually I find if something is like that separate, they don't just put a life there. Unless you're meant to use it for mission 3, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Okay. Just clearing the way so I can get these rings. Whoop. Alright, so that was a spot that I tend to get hit a lot. Coming up is another one, right here. Unless I'm thinking of something else. There are rings over there. Rings and an extra life, I will take it. Our life count is very high right now. It's not going to stay that way. I will tell you that right now. I have so much trouble with some of these missions. Although then again, I'm not going for A rank, so I'm probably not going to die as much as I do on like my personal game. But I am very happy we have those lives. Some of these missions get intense. Okay, knocking them down. If I were really prideful, I'd go back and get the A rank in Aquatic Mine. But I'm not.
Is this the stage you would like
Okay,
to go
Security
to?
Hall. If you ever want to come hang out, learn the lay of the land, and just listen to the music, just do this mission. I'm going to try to show off the back ring here. I may actually be making use of the back ring, because I'm not sure where the rings are, and there aren't that many. I don't think there's any treasure hunting stages where you have to use the back ring, but there are ones where it's insanely helpful. Death Chamber and Ed Quarters being like the main ones that come to mind. But I'm also not totally sure where it is. I think it spawns towards the beginning, but you have to be like, you either have to get 10 rings or you have to be like significantly off screen before it spawns. So let's just go through here, get what we can. And then at some point I will probably restart, because a lot of your rings are also going to be up in like the top area. I really don't want to mess around there. There's a bunch of rings up there, but it's also really easy to lose rings up there. So I will take a peek, but I'm not going to get myself killed going for some really tough rings. I will use the back ring instead. Especially since I'm not going for points for ranks, but see, there's the back ring. But you can get an A rank if you use the back ring. It has nothing to do with your rank, it's purely time. In fact, speedrunners and people who want to get the A ranks make very good use of back ring. Okay, let's go up here, see what rings we can get, and then I think I am just going to start over. Where's the guy? Okay. I'm gonna get the other side. I don't even want to go through that mess. It's too easy to lose all your rings. I'm just gonna get these and then we're gonna start from the beginning. Yeah. Alright, and we're above half, so that means if we hit the back ring, we know that we can do the exact same thing and finish. And there it is. So you just start exactly from the beginning. Also, it's not just the timer that isn't going anymore. Any normal, like, stage stuff that happens isn't going to happen in anything other than the first mission. So, like, Eggman isn't yelling at Rouge here. And I'm pretty sure in the... Did I say it right? I'm pretty sure in the cart stages, you don't get the back and forth between the characters as well. So if you ever just want to take any stage, really, just take it calmly, just sort of play around. It's good to choose mission 3 is probably better for it, but mission 2 is good as well. Okay, let's go up to the top section, and then we should be done here. I'm ready to move on to something else. Oops. I do tend to get a little lost. You'd think you can't get lost in this place. It's like a little box, but I do tend to get a little lost. Okay, I was too low down. I was too low. Here we are. Come on, Rouge. Go, and this ought to do it. Unless I get hit, and then I'll be sad. Okay. Yep, we're done. There we go.
I got it.
You can see even after you're like done controlling the character, you can still collect rings.
Perfect, like me.
And that's surprising. I was not expecting to get an A rank there. I think they probably don't expect you to use the back ring. It's meant to be there as sort of like a like a, oh no, I don't know what to do, I failed type of thing. So I don't think that was like factored into the times. Let's see, we'll do these shooting stages later. Yeah, Pumpkin Hill. Get to listen to some more cheesy Knuckles rap. Alright, this stage I think is going to be a little easier than Aquatic Mine because I know where some of the rings are, but also there's like there's a lot of balloons around. While we're here, I would like to show something off. Like I said, there's a safety net throughout pretty much this entire stage. And I think it just hit a kill plane there. It's not the entire stage, you do have to be kind of careful. But I'm not even really sure why they did it this way. Maybe it's because it's so early in the hero story. But if you fall off in certain places, you will not die. But again, it's a little finicky. So like it was actually trying to push me back up, but it killed me anyway. So just be a little bit careful. Don't like throw yourself into a pit intentionally like I just did. Okay. There's a pumpkin that has a huge line of balloons going towards it. I think that's from the train mountain. We're already at 50 rings. This is going a lot smoother than Aquatic Mine. But there's rings everywhere here. Okay. I'm sure getting those is not the fastest way you can do this, just because you have to walk so slowly, but that's fine. Alright, we're on the train mountain. I'm looking for the rocket to try to get me up a little bit higher. This works though. As long as I don't get hit by this guy. Got him. Alright, let's get this string here. Alright, where's the rocket that takes me up the mountain? Is that it? I think that might be it. No, that's not it. That's okay, I'll just climb up it. Yeah, I'm looking for that one string of balloons that leads out to the pumpkin head, and that should finish me off. Oop, there's a guy up here. Okay, come on. Getting stuck on stuff. Alright, come on. Physics. Let's get this guy. Oh dear. Okay, that could have been bad. Okay. I also, yeah, there it is. There's the string of balloons. I was gonna say I could be wrong, but no, it's right there. Okay, and this should be, whoops, more than enough. Maybe not, actually. Well, it'll help anyway. Yeah, that wasn't as much as I thought it would be. I think Pumpkin Mountain has some. I mean, there's gonna be rings everywhere. Pumpkin Mountain is a little safer than Church Mountain, but we're already here. So, I think I'm gonna see what I can find around here, because there's the ghost train. I just gotta be a little careful with that. Ooh. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I think I'm gonna start over. That was sad. That was really sad. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see. Thought maybe there'd be some rings here. Let's actually start over here at Pumpkin Mountain. See if there's any rings here. There's rings out there, but it's not worth going to get them. They're too far away. Okay, here's some rings. Yeah, I'm gonna get the easy rings here, and then I'm gonna go back down and get, like, the strings on the bottom and the stuff, like the balloons and stuff. So let's just, yeah, there's some rings here. See, I should have just come here instead of going to Church Mountain. I knew that place was dangerous. I knew something was gonna hit me. If it wasn't the train, it was gonna be a ghost. Alright, any other easy rings around? Is there stuff on here? No, there isn't. That looks like easy rings, though. Yep. With the treasure hunting stages, it's pretty much just slow and steady. You just gotta get what you find as you find it. Arguably not that interesting, but I don't know, I kind of welcome the chance to get to know the stages a little bit more. Whoop. Just kind of depends on what kind of player you are. Okay, I think it's time to go back to the beginning and get those balloons. I'm just gonna let that guy be. This is where my negative sense of direction is starting to mess me up a little bit. I'm just like, I basically know where I am, but like, kind of, maybe don't know where I'm going. This, come on, don't do this right now. There we go. Yeah, this is the train mountain, but I think this connects up back to the beginning. Or maybe not. I should have just gotten, oh, is this it? Yeah, this is it here. Should have just gotten these when I had the chance. No. Alright. The reason I'm getting so freaked out, even though I showed that there's a safety net everywhere, is that the safety net kind of fails when you're really, like, right up close to the island, so you can't always rely on it. Okay. We found the rings. Okay. Fun fact, you can have an emerald hidden by that gravestone, and I think there's another gravestone as well where you can have it hidden. The hint from the radar says if you do bad things, you might come here, or like something along those lines. Or like this will happen to you if you do bad things. I always found that really funny. Okay, we're on Train Mountain, which means the string of balloons is going to be around here. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I can already see the balloons. Let's get these, and then somehow, with my weirdo sense of direction, I'm gonna find my way back to the beginning, and then the balloon there should be all we need. Where's the start? Where's the start? You guys, I'm lost. Oh boy. This was Pumpkin Mountain. We went this way to get there, I think. Oh, good. You guys should see me play Minecraft. I take 2 steps in the direction and I never find my way back to where I was. Oh boy. Oh my god, I'm so lost. Okay, there's a balloon. Okay, we did it. We made it out, safe and sound. Right? It's just sad. Alright, what's next?
Is this the stage you would like
I
to go
think we're
to?
gonna do Skyrail next, and that might be it for this episode. We'll see how fast I can do this. The speed stages do tend to go very quickly. I think I missed a ring on there. That's fine. Oh, that's not rings, that's an extra life. Well, too late, I'm going for it. Whoops. Oh well. I find that the physics in Skyrail in particular are, like, worse than in other stages. I know this stage a little bit better than some other ones because getting the A rank is such a nightmare that I just sort of played the stage enough times that I know what's going on. The A rank in this stage is so annoying. Oh shoot, oh shoot, shoot. No. Oh, phew. I forgot I was supposed to use the Ancient Light for that. There's rings on these rails. I'm not even gonna bother trying to rail transfer. Like I said, in particular, this stage does not like to cooperate with, like, physics and stuff, so rail transferring is not always a great option. I'm not gonna risk, like, throwing myself off the stage just to try and get some ring boxes. You don't need them to get the A rank. You never need to jump off rails in this stage to get any sort of A rank for anything. It can make it tighter. I think the reason the A rank is so tight normally is because they're expecting you to get some of those rings, and the gold beetle is also off one of those rails, but you don't have to get them. You just have to be really precise for the rest of the level. I got it.
Here we go.
That was the path I didn't show off in the other, when I did this for real. B rank.
Too easy for me.
Yeah, if I had been a little bit riskier, played that a little not as safe, I could have gotten the A rank, but I didn't feel like throwing myself off the edge multiple times and having to sit here trying over and over again until I finally succeeded.
Is this the stage you would like to go
I think we have time for 1 or 2 more. We can probably knock out the Angel Island stages before the end of the episode. Alright. Many rings just sort of lying around everywhere. I'm more familiar with Rouge's stage than I am with Knuckles, just because hers has, like, a bunch more alcoves in the beginning area that have rings. But just like hers, I'm pretty sure you just like go around and break stuff and find rings. You never have to pull one of those boxes to get rings. There can be emeralds hidden behind those boxes with like the face on it, but there aren't rings hidden behind them as far as I know anyway. Could just be that I haven't discovered them. There are not rings hidden in those little rocks. It's kind of looking like there aren't that many rings here. They must all be in the second area. Can you tell I don't do mission 2 very often? That's not gonna get me anything. The hidden painting there where we actually got the Mystic Melody to begin with does have rings in it, but that one I don't think does. I know it has an extra life, but I don't think it has rings. Oh, there's rings. That's right. They're all up here on these pillars. In fact, now that I remember these are up here, I'm kind of wondering if we're going to have to go up to the upper level at all. I think we will, but I think the majority of the rings are actually going to be right here. I think there might be some rings at the bottom too, but they're really close to the windy thing. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to go up. Did I see something up here? Yes, I did. This one. Alright. Up to the top. And I know there's a bunch of rings up here. I should have just come up here to begin with, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, there's a couple ring boxes right here. That should do it.
I found him.
I think that's probably an A rank? Maybe? No, it's a B. Yeah, it's because I messed around down there too much. If you just go straight to the pillars and then up to those boxes, it's really not that hard. It's been a while since I really played Knuckles stages. I usually play Rouge's stages if I'm trying to grind for rings or something, or lives or something like that. I'll explain how I grind for lives when I talk about the Chao Garden. Alright, 100 rings in Dry Lagoon. This, again, like I said, is easy. I find to be easier than Knuckles stage because you actually can go in these little alcoves here and there will be rings. And there's also ring boxes everywhere. And just like rings all around the ground. This is probably, I'd say, the easiest 100 rings for the treasure hunting stages. There's just rings out in the open like that. Ring box. So much I was talking about the little animals, there will be, I believe, 10 to maybe even 15 animals in a stage. If you collect all of the little animals, I'm pretty sure you get an extra life. I've never done it before, so I don't really know exactly what happens, but I'm pretty sure you just get, like, an extra life. Right. You kind of want to work your way up this stage in layers, because you can see, like, the higher you go, there's just, like, stuff that appears. And you want to get these rings when you're low to the ground, because if you try to approach this from the air, from high up, it is actually going to throw you up. It's like a safety net type thing. So, going up again. Pretty sure there's more by either this obelisk or the other one. Oh, there it was. See here, you got that little safety net? They really don't want you approaching those rings from the top. They want you to be low to the ground. Or I guess low to the roof anyway. I don't think much of what Rouge does is ever low to the ground. We're almost done here. Again, if I was being efficient, I'd probably try to find rings other than those, but I'm not sure it matters.
I got it.
That should be an A rank. Yeah, just like I thought.
Perfect, like me.
Alright, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna see if I can mess with some settings, so maybe we can do some shooting stages in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back in the next episode where we collect some more money. Bye-bye!